to go to the greater place. So we will go ahead and get started. Would anybody like to volunteer to read our mission statement?
Build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Boom. We're gonna try to compliment.
I know. You know, this is good color. And okay, oh, where did I put our? Like, okay, so we had a lot of agent spotlight nominees this month. We had Pizza, we had the Paul team, we had Rick, London, Kaylin, and Alicia Martin. And I will read some of the nominations we got. I would like to nominate Pizza. How do you say Pizza's last name?
Good question. I can never say it right when you love.
No, I love her. For her grit. Pizza has had a lot going on in her personal life, but she continues to pick herself up, push through negativity, and show up to put the work in herself and her business. I am so proud of her and happy to be in business with her and also call her my friend. From Danielle, that is very
Beautiful.
We also have Miss Alicia Barton for Brits. She has dealt with several difficult to manage situations recently, all at once. Clients falling ill in the middle of a transaction, mold that sellers refuse to fix, so on and so forth, and other high stress situations, and has persevered. The situations were tough for even a seasoned agent, and she's only a year in. Well done, Alicia. And then also Kaylin Garrett took on our team administrator's role for 8 weeks while she was on maternity leave on the top of her already full-time real estate business. Both of those were nominations from Carly. Then we also have a nomination for Miss Michaeline Paul. She always displays family spirit and builds a positive team atmosphere for everyone. She genuinely cares about the wellness of the agents and the market center. I absolutely agree. Okay, we have another one for Kaylin for Agent Spotlight. Working with her the last 2 years has been incredible and motivational. To watch how far she has come is bittersweet. It's not easy to take the leap of faith and also buy a condo after. Watching her hands-on with so many KW Living office events, meetings, etc., and the way she engages her clients. She never fails to go the mile, nor not have a moment to help anyone if they ever need it. She's always full of ideas and has a positive outlook on everything. This is such a tough choice for you all. There are so many talented, amazing people we work with, and I sent my email, wanted to give my 2 cents. Thank you so much from Sean Knapp. That was very sweet of him. And then we have another one for the Paul team. The reason I nominate Michaeline and Bob Paul is because of their help in a small amount of effort that they displayed in my favor. I was nervous about calling another agent from another brokerage, and quite frankly, her $1 million listing had me overthinking my abilities. Michaeline took the time to role play a script that I could possibly use when I called her to ask her to do an open. Later on that day, when no other agent was answering their phone, Michaeline and Bob over there answered a few questions that I had. After showing my extreme discomfort towards the listing agent to them for her not answering her phone because I wanted to submit a winning offer then. They ended up calling the listing agent themselves, and of course she answered fine for them, but not me. They then called me back and told me what the listing agent said and what to do going forward from my offer. I'm so deeply appreciative of the KW culture and the people that I have met along the way. It's so crazy to me that these agents are truly nice, and it doesn't matter if you're on their team or not, they're always willing to help. I'm so glad that I've started my journey at Keller Williams Living. Love and feelings of love. Okay, and you know we do draw these at random now because they are like so hard to choose from. So our winner of this week is, or this month, drum roll please, Miss here today, but Danielle, if you can give her
I absolutely will.
gift from us, that would be great. Thank you so much. And then we're gonna display our core values. We have grit, build a positive team and family spirit, be transparent, 360 team player, and create fun and a little weirdness. Does anybody have any other ones they would like to add? We're like filling the room with love today. You know what? I actually forgot to add in there. I know we had London. London, I put you down there because hats off to this girl. She drove all the way down to Canton. She recently joined the PC program. She has put so much effort into her business. She wants to do well. Grit times 10. So proud of you. And also, even just like 360 team player and positive team and family spirit. We got the nicest email yesterday from Rick Tannenbaum. I think he had helped out Jones, you guys, with a situation. And it's so nice to open up your email just to see what a wonderful job somebody has done. So Rick, for that. And anybody else want to share any thank yous or shout outs?
I'll share for the ALC members. I think you're all 360 team players. We have had a couple meetings already and you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for your efforts and your commitment to our extra meetings that we've had.
I agree completely. I was just in Austin last week and getting to talk to people from other market centers. We have a really amazing and high functioning ALC. Very grateful for you guys. Awesome. Okay, and welcome new agents, Susan Yu. And then we were also Brian and Kyla Anthony. I don't know if we had them on last month. I think so. They were supposed to be on this month. So welcome to them if we didn't bother them. And then we have some March stats. So we ended up just doing Cuyahoga County this time, centered it a little more hyper local. And it's been kind of remaining what it has been doing. Listings are up, not a huge surprise, by 21%. There were 1,700 new listings. Pending sales were down 1%. So pending sales kind of remaining similar. Closed sales down 9%. Days on market up 14%. Average sales price was up 3%. So we have an average sales price of $231,000. And month supply of inventory is actually up to 1.4 months of inventory. Anybody want to add anything for stats? Anybody seeing anything differently that we're not talking about? I feel like I'm hearing a lot of people talk about multiple offers again. Yeah. My stepdad called me last night, was just, bless his heart, he like works at the line now and helps people figure out their machines. And he called me, he's like, Joe, they live in Hartville and somebody submitted an offer 70,000 over and did not get it.
Wow.
What? I know. So I don't know, that's down in Stark County, but still definitely starting to see that stream again. Okay, and then we have our cappers for this month. Congratulations to Miss Alicia Barton and Mary Vetta. And top producers for March, we had a lot of them. We have Beth Jones, Amanda Pullman, Laura Murata, Dee Creel, Karen Downing, Karen Hillman, Mary Jo, Bob Cugini, Kathleen and Dennis Bergansky, Sandy Braun, Kara Kutcher, Anthony Dent, Leah Jones, Stacy and Michael Jones, Diana and Mike Magno, Mo Wolodarsik, Harley Sablotny, Anna Stragatsky, Rick Tannenbaum, Journey Tool, CJ Trevisano, Adam Tursky, Keisha Wagner, and Corey Welsh. And we just, Andrea, if you want to come up. So we talked about ALC meetings and even the bonus meetings that the ALC has been doing. A new change we have and just voted on is, I don't know if you guys have seen, we have American Title Solutions in this building, they're across the hall. They are now our preferred title company, and they've been so gracious already in many ways. And I just wanted to introduce Andrea Hyatt, if you'd like to say anything. And he graciously provided lunch after the meeting today too.
Yeah, we're gonna have some meetings here. Never go wrong with that. Hopefully, everybody. can get it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us. I wanted to say the 360 thing, but I was like, I'm new, am I allowed to say it? But Jordan and Bethany have been amazing. Thank you guys so much. Like every email that I'm like, like with these display, they answer me and help me. So thank you guys for just being so sweet and kind. And Jill, of course, you're always so sweet and kind. And Ricky, like everybody here has been amazing. I think you guys do have a truly amazing team and staff. I've met, I think, everybody on the ALC, and I'm in the process of meeting most of all of you. So Sam LeFew, who she's my teammate, you guys are going to see her wandering around as well. She had another meeting that she had to be at, so we're doing double duty. So that's right, yeah. So I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for having us. We're really excited, and I would love to talk to each and every one of you. We have partnership opportunities available, so if you guys want to hear some of those numbers, we'd love to talk with you about those. So, thank you, Andrea.
And then a quick word from Miss Jamie with Essential Leverage. Jamie.
So I'm Jamie La Sorenza. I just took the role over for Essential Leverage, and I am working in the 3 market centers now, and also I do Team Ridge, the market centers across the country. So I'm learning lots. This is a new market for me, even though I live local. I have been doing this for about 12 years, but I have the Cincinnati market. So as we all know, each market, there's new docs, new processes, new legal, new title, new lenders. So if you can all bear with me, we'll sort of navigate this awesome opportunity together. I do everything from contract to close. So I'll be able to take tons off your plate. So you can focus on prospecting, client and services, and then, contracts, which is why we're all sitting in the room. So,
And you do have Miss Sophia on as well, if Sophia wanted to say anything.
no.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Doing great.
So we have some great marketing pieces for everyone. We need to amp up everybody's business. Everybody knows technology is the way to go right now, and everybody's being seen on social media, TikTok, Snapchat, everything. We have actual scripts for people for TikTok, different things available for everyone, some video shorts with some information for people. It's just the way to go now, and we'd love to help you amp up your business. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me an email or give me a call, and we'll go ahead and get you started.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And right before I sit down, I just wanted to offer this. So as you're starting to think about transaction coordination, if you would like to reach out to me prior to accepted contracts, so I can get all of your stuff set up. So when you do get one, we can just, rock from there and get started right away. So I'll need some logins and some information, and then we'll work from there. So I'm super excited, and I hope that we see lots of emails. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we are going to do a quick culture refresher today. Since we have a little Red Day theme, and I actually, again, I told you I was just in Austin, and it's funny, this is something I think we used to like open up every single meeting with. And who has never seen this? Anybody, like Danny, newer agents? I mean, it's okay. El Marie, yeah. Jamie, thank you. Like, there's a lot of people, I think, that haven't seen this. These are our values and what Keller Williams is built on. It's what we pride ourselves in as agents, and I think we should talk about it more, quite frankly. So I'm just gonna go through these really quickly. There is an acronym, they're called the Y4C2Ts. Oh no, we changed it. So this is the wrong slide. There is one, we added equity. So there's an E on there. That's okay, we'll add it. The E is right here. But we have, win-win or no deal. Is there anybody here who would like to explain what this means to them or how it's shown up in their business? Here.
I mean, it's basically the filter that I run everything through when I'm trying to make a decision. Understanding or at least thinking about how this will impact the person on the other side. And how we can come to something that works for both of us.
Absolutely. I think that, it's funny with this, it's the one that comes up in every conversation of every day. I think that Mark Haynes said that this is Gary Keller's favorite one, if anybody wants to know. I think he said the bookends, the first one and the last one were his favorite. But I think this comes up in, actually, a lot of these come up in both personal and professional, but it is, how are we having a win-win with the clients? How do we have a win-win with the co-broke? And if we're trying to like bridge that gap in every situation, we're always going to be operating with integrity. Which takes us to integrity, do the right thing. Anybody have anything they wanted to share on integrity? I have a funny story then that I'll share. I don't know if Brian knows, we were in Hilton Head last summer and we were just talking about a deal we had going on, and it was obvious that we were agents. And this lady, and we had like nice rapport with this other couple. And this lady in the sweetest Southern accent was like, "Let me guess, y'all are Keller Williams agents, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And she was like, "It's great to have you as the nicest agents." So I really loved that. We have customers always come first, commitment in all things, communication, seek first to understand. I think this one is so huge, so huge. I look at this especially in, well, of course, dealing with your clients. Yeah, Kathleen, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, seek first to understand. I think this is in your everyday living. It's just, you don't know what's happening on the other side. And I say this a lot to my children. I say it a lot to my husband. To myself. And you just don't know what's happening on that other side. So you always have to ask, reach out first, because someone can be very nasty on the phone or something's going wrong. And you just have to seek to find out what's going on first. Then you'll understand, and then you could approach the situation in a different way, maybe, or better, you know? And
Absolutely.
I love that one.
I do too. And you have no idea, we might perceive somebody as being the biggest jerk around. You have no idea what they're going through in their personal life and just, hey, help me understand. It feels like XYZ and it might not be what they think at all. So that one's so important and huge. Creativity, ideas before results. Something I would add there, if you've read the MREA, or if you haven't, in the beginning of the book, they have the foundation of models and the triangle. And, you know, you have to start with models and then you can get creative with ideas. Well, I guess that's ideas before results. You know, you got to have your ideas and you have to know how to implement them before you're going to get the results. Teamwork, together, everyone achieves more. That's something I absolutely love about this market center. Again, like back to our ALC, I think this is something super special here. I always say you have market centers that have 500 people and market centers that have 50 people. I feel like we are this 150 family, you know, a family of 150 people. Like, I think we are all working together. So well done there. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, oh my gosh, it's equity, opportunities for all. And that was added in 2020 or 2021.
I think it was voted, it was 2020, the end of 2020, they voted to add it.
Okay, and then it was in 2021. So another thing, what's cool, I said, was that voted in. If you guys don't know how Keller Williams operates, like that was voted by the IALC to go into our values. And if you don't know what that is, each ALC will vote on something. Gary Keller's never sitting, or at KW Worldwide, they're not sitting up there making decisions for our company. It's done at a local level and then a regional level, and then it moves up to the IALC. And that was something that was very important, and we decided to add on. It was voted on by the IALC. Success results through people. I think, that goes up with together, everyone achieves more. When we're all working together and trying to build each other up, we're all going to do more. Would anybody like to add anything else with our values? Okay, so I have a video. Some of you might have seen this. It's a 5-minute video, but it's so good. So something I learned, I had seen this video, but I didn't know the story behind it. It opens with Don Keller, which is Gary Keller's son. And he said, Dad, we don't have like a tagline or a motto for what Keller Williams is. And this is where the whole "where entrepreneurs thrive" tagline came from, which like we're just starting to hear of this year. And this really shows who we are as a company, where we're looking to go in the future, and the epitome of our culture. So go ahead and play that.
2023, Keller Williams turns 20. Sometimes a midlife crisis is a good thing. Now, we aren't going to run out and buy a flashy sports car or a boat or some other toy. We aren't suddenly going to grow a mustache because we've already got one. But it is time for something big because that's what we do. It's time to tell the world who we really are and why we were called this. T.S. Eliot said, "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started, and know the place for the first time." We started as a small real estate company with a mission to become so trusted by our clients that we can become their realtor for life. But of course, Gary Keller taught us that to be realtors for life, we had to be more than realtors. We're coaches, therapists, mentors, mind readers, and magicians. We're digital hunters with human touch. Wheelers and dealers who only use our powers for good. We are advocates and shoulders to cry on, friends to lean on, and confidants to trust. Together, we are the keys and the doors to new futures. This is the most important time in our lives as a company, and simply as people. Your clients are feeling that same thing when they come to you. Their first homes, their final homes, newly married, newly divorced, empty nesters are on the way. These are the most joyous, terrifying, and hopeful times of all our lives. If your clients are jumping off cliffs and trusting you to build wings on the way down. We get to feel the thrill of that each and every day. If we do our jobs right. If we do our jobs right, we have jobs at all. It is indeed a calling to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, to be entrepreneurs. For 40 years, we at Keller Williams deeply believe that entrepreneurship is the miracle of America. That in America, you can dream it, you can build it. We're privileged to be in the business of buying and selling the most important and life-changing dream. The dream of owning a home of your own. Not just an American dream, it's a dream shared around the world. At Keller Williams, we want to continue to earn money to be the home of the dreamers, the doers, the entrepreneurs, the hundreds of thousands of you who have dreamed and built your own business. In the process, built ours. We all know everything changes, but we will always champion you, the entrepreneurs who are powered by purpose, by energy and passion, teamwork, trust, and technology, integrity and culture, and trained in the rules of how we do it, but who also have the confidence to bend the rules in ways Gary never dreamed of. We hope you would. You see, we aren't here to teach you our past or to try and predict your future. We're here to help you create the future. We are reigniting a culture of celebrating entrepreneurial visionaries. Because real leaders don't create followers. We create more leaders. We are teaching rebellion, inspiring invention. Your mavericks and world changers. Your relentless creativity, fueled by the competitive drive inside every one of you, will make the real estate models of today look quaint by the time you're finished. Everything we ever did was a risk. We started as a little underdog company and grew to be the largest real estate company in the world. You know what underdogs do when they get big? They look for bigger fights. Look for those fights. We want you to out-Gary Gary. Take risks. Take heart. Take action. All these things that you are for your clients, the coach, the therapist, and the key to your future, we will redevote ourselves to being for you. There's a reason we want your name on those signs. When you look at your clients and think to yourself, it's not about me, it's about them. Well, it's not about us. It's about you. This is the most important time in our lives. You're living in a home built for entrepreneurs to thrive. And true entrepreneurs don't have to wait for doors to open. After all, we have our own lockboxes. Welcome home.
It's just, I feel like it shows where we've been, where we're going, and where we're headed. And the epitome of this company is the culture. It's what sets us apart, what makes us different. And I love when they talk about growing leaders, like there is enough sunshine in the world for everyone in this company. And they truly care about each and every one of you. So yeah, just wanted to share that. Have a little culture moment since we're going into May. And then May month. Okay, so I wanted to thank you guys. We've had some great responses from our little profit share drawing. Somebody who would like to be my pick router then. Okay, wonderful. So from and this will restart for next one. Keisha Wagner for getting yes, so I'll square up with you after the meeting. But just a reminder. So this is Keisha working towards building her profit share tree. Yeah. Girl, for every name set, you get one entry. For appointment held, you get an entry, and then if a recruit signs, you get 2 entries. So this is something help us help you. And another thing we want to like put more culture around. We don't talk about it enough, so just putting some focus on it.
Oh, it's Amazon too?
Yeah, you will. All right, so we have CE following the meeting today. And, okay, so we have, I did want to do an announcement of this. We've got a few class announcements before we get to other updates. This is coming this Thursday from 2 to 3:30. This is a KWRI class that we are all included to be on. I got to meet Julia Lachey last week, you guys. She is absolutely amazing. And she said, she shared, she was like, what diversity is people are people, and 100% of our agents are people. We're all different, and learning how to work with each other, learning how to work with our clients. She was phenomenal. And I learned so much from like the short period of time she was there. You know, you guys can add this for diversity, but it's this Thursday, 2 to 3:30. There's a QR code, or you can go to events.kw.com. I think it would be a great class for everybody to get on. And we have, so next Thursday, our leadership mastermind, getting the most out of your people. That is going to be 2 to 3 via Zoom. That's all 3 market centers. I want to just remind you guys that we do it. It's a great time to mastermind with people outside of our market center. You know, like we're a family atmosphere here that we talked about a lot today, but it's an opportunity to hear what other leaders are facing and mastermind around that. Another great class we have coming up. So this is going to be in Detroit. Well, it says Plymouth, that's Detroit, isn't it?
It's outside of Detroit, so by.
Okay. This is something I actually am going to it. I made Ryan sign up as well. It is going to be a phenomenal class, you guys. They talk about, you know, building your wealth. This is like a college education into what are the right ways to do your taxes. Do I invest? There are so many questions I think we have on what the right things to do with our money is. Super high level. And what this class came from is there's been this 8 weeks to wealth via Zoom. And they just did a study they shared on our growth call that they polled all of Gary's top 200, all of Max coaching clients, and people have said 75% of people said they would rather train in person than via Zoom. And so what they did is they kind of took that 8-week Zoom course that is more expensive than $249, lumped it into 1 day in person, and they're bringing it to each region. So this is the only class we're going to have on it for this region. Brett Tanner is huge. I actually even think CJ does a mastermind with him too. Like he's huge and awesome. This is a great opportunity. I really encourage you guys to hop along. So yeah, if you want, there's a QR code or ask me and you should all have it in your email too. So if you just want to type AW Wealth Workshop, it should pop up in your email.
Yeah, it's included in your Wednesday emails.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, Bethany. For our Thursday training series. So tomorrow we had a slight change of plans. I think we had an interior designer on there. We're actually going to be going back to the basics, talking the MREA organizational model tomorrow. Show of hands, how many people know what the organizational model is? Okay, awesome, which is what I expected, and that's okay. So the organizational model is going to show you like the 7 levels of going from individual agent to mega team, and you can step out of the business. And it breaks down where you should be in each one of those levels, at what point you hire on. It's brilliant. And so we're going to talk about it. I'm not even sure it might take the full hour tomorrow, but I think there's a lot of good content we can talk about. I would love to have you guys on. I'm going to do it here. We'll offer it as hybrid as well, Zoom it out, but I would love if you guys could come here, and we're going to draw it out on the whiteboard, and it's going to be a great class. Yeah.
I just wanted to add to that. I think a lot of times people hear the organizational model and think, well, I don't want a team, so that's not for me. It's absolutely still for you, because there's so much of a plan still built into what you do with your business and how you eventually phase out of it, sell it as a business, whatever that might look like.
100%. And he even said the largest gap in an agent's like moving from step 1 to 2 is going from agent to admin. That's the longest gap, and where most of you are. And maybe even a bridge to that is just PC support. So I agree, it is absolutely applicable to everybody. And in addition to that, we all need to master the models of MREA. So even for that, I'd love for you guys to come. Thank you for adding. And then the following week, we have the monthly leadership mastermind. We are doing a panel, listings in a shifting market, May 4th. That is going to be not a panel on a large scale, just our agents. Here, we're in the process of finalizing who those agents are. And that'll be, it says Zoom, that's going to be in person. And then the following Thursday is Rent Day. We'll talk about that too. Okay, now I will give the floor to Janice. You're just gonna have to stay up here for culture too.
Okay. You know, if I have anything to add today about PC, so.
That's okay.
I think that everyone here pretty much knows what the PC program is. And so we have, to date, I think we have 4 in currently, but we have 2 new agents that are testing who will be, who are signing on. And then I have some other interviews coming up for this week and next week from agents that I met at Hydros. And so if anyone has any questions, or if you know anybody that you feel like will be a good candidate for PC, then please let me know or let Gina know, and we can get them in. It's great for new agents, but it's also good for agents who are in production but not quite sure how to continue to build. There is more hands-on for agents in phase 2, they get more one-on-one coaching from myself or Gina. I don't know, anybody have any questions?
That's nice, yeah, okay, tech.
Okay,
So can you put me back? Okay, Denise wanted to go to club and.
We did.
So we're gonna start a command club. It's gonna be, I'm also changing my date. So I'm not gonna be here on Mondays anymore. I'm gonna be here on Tuesdays. Except for the 3rd week, which I'll be Wednesday for the team meeting. But the command club is gonna be the first Tuesday of the month and the last Tuesday of the month at 11 in the drop-in area. So anybody's welcome, PC, hope you can join us because it'll develop you, and anybody that needs a refresher will be there hanging out. And I do have something special for you in May. The next month I will have a surprise for you, so. Be waiting for it.
Right. Back there, we swear. Any hints?
Hello, so I'm Crystal Washington, this is Vicky Jones, and we are head of the diversity team, and it is her baby last year, and we've taken it over. So this year, we're gonna do a little change to it, we're still incorporating things that we have. One of our visions that we talked about is actually talking about how diversity affects everyone's business and how we can help as a market center to become a little bit more comfortable with talking about things that's not as comfortable to some of us. We've had just today on the news, it was something about a guy who went knocking on someone's door and got shot. So things like that, when I hear those things, I think about us as realtors, how we do, and how we can help one another. And what is the solution, to something, we can't change what's there, but how do we as realtors, what do we do in these situations? How do we overcome? How do we still run a business and knowing that these things out there exist? So we have meetings twice a month. Once a month. We're doing once a month, just so we can get together and talk about those things that happen and come up with solutions on how we can better run our business and, still, get through some of the difficult things. We want to do things such as maybe we have some agents that have situations that may have questions about putting their faces on their business cards. And what does that mean? Can they still, do they feel comfortable with having signs in the yard with their faces on it? Or we may have younger agents who feel like when they go out to a listing appointment or to appointments that they may seem inexperienced. So they may want to team with somebody that's more experienced, or on the flip side, it may be someone that may be a little more seasoned that may want to have someone younger so they can appear to be more technologically savvy. That's, so there's different things and different ideas we want to cover. And we want to be a market center that supports every agent with whatever situations they have and make a comfortable place where you can come
and have these conversations with your hair down, no judgment, and to work through these things, because they exist. They exist, and we want to be a market center to support every agent that have these things that come about.
I'll spin off a little bit of what you said. I think the big, what, Crystal mentioned was just helping your business. I think we want you to know when you come to our meetings, it's a safe place. And let's talk about it with no judgment, because some of us just don't really understand what we're asking, and we may not understand certain ways to approach questions that are uncomfortable for all of us. So it's a safe place to talk and just let your voice be heard as well, what your concerns are.
And I know it's heavy, but we'll make it fun. Okay? We'll make it fun, you know, so it won't be so heavy where you're not crying when you leave, but you know. We'll have fun. We'll have fun.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions or anything?
I would just add, you know, something Julia said last week, in the absence of conversation, people create their own story. So I thank you guys for being brave enough to have the conversation and inviting all of us into it. It's really important.
I'll see you guys at the first meeting, I'm sure.
Okay, and now you have-
I don't know what it was like. I'm trying to see.
Oh, sure. For voice talk. Okay. So we are super excited about Red Day. Red Day is May 11th, and we are going to be,
Gonna do the video?
Yeah, so we're gonna play a little video of what we're gonna be doing on May 11th, and then we'll talk afterwards. We are not cutting wood. Okay, that hurts.
That's so cute. I know. No. I know, I was too. That was beautiful.
Like, makes me cry. I keep looking. They're gonna cry, because I'm over here like, I know, keep it together, keep it together. Okay, so we are building beds for sleep and heavily and Fun Pack. We are the first build. ever in Ohio. National organization, and I found them on the James.com. And so I researched and found them here, and y'all know I love him. Okay, so we're super excited. We're the first build, and they are extremely nervous about building with us. They're like, you guys are, you're a big company, and we can't mess this up. So like, they have people coming from other cities to come and help with this build, so that they get it right. They want to make sure they get it right. And so we're building 10 beds. And the kids are gonna get everything that you saw in the video. They're gonna get the full bed, the mattress, the blankets, the pillow, like everything. And then they will allow us to come. We're not gonna deliver them on the 11th. They deliver them on the weekend. And we can assist with delivering whoever wants to do that part.
Do you have a box of Kleenex for everyone?
I want to do it though. I want to see that part.
How do they pick who gets them?
You can apply online. If your kid needs a bed, you can go online and apply. And then when they have them ready, they will get them to them. But it's no charge to the people who need the bed. It's free for them. We donated the money for our build. And so we're building on May 11th. And Yael and I will be here at 6:30 in the morning to help set up. We will need lots of coffee, so your coffee runs, bring us coffee.
Like 9 o'clock, but they bring all.
But we have to set that build up. We have to set everything up. She came last week and did a walkthrough, and she's so excited. She's the only female president of a chapter in all of Ohio. There's no other female, so she's excited to do this build. What else are we thinking?
It's gonna be very organized. I mean, it's gonna be, I think we have quite a few people actually signed up already.
Yeah.
And then you can invite other, like, we're inviting our vendors who are making donations. My husband's actually taking the day off, and I'm bringing my son. because
My
I think
son
that-
is coming.
Yes, I think it's great to, our kids always think that they have everything, and that's just the way it is. But there's a lot of kids that don't even have a bed in their
Right.
house, so.
Right.
There'll be different stations set up, and we'll kind of rotate. We're doing everything except cutting the wood. We were very concerned about us moving with them. The only like part is the standing and like the drill house, but it's pretty. easy.
Yeah, they're bringing, they have, what is she bringing? She's bringing what you call it thing?
For branding? No.
For Howard. And so that we have, make sure we have all that covered, and we're gonna have food afterwards. If you have family or friends or clients who are gonna donate, they can donate by using
I have
our.
I have a link and a QR code, guys.
Yes, we have all of, look, Ricky has us covered at QR code, links, squares, cash, we will take it all.
Commissions. To the
Oh,
commissions.
and you can come out of your commissions as well, if you want to donate.
Okay, and that's what I wanted you to really specify on.
Yes.
So it was $250 a bed.
Yes.
Correct,
We are paying for that, correct?
correct.
Correct.
And part of it has been paid already by the culture.
Everything has been paid already upfront.
Paid. And then you're just trying to have people start donating to maybe pay.
Replenish.
Replenish.
Yes, replenish. And we're working on our our preferred vendors and everything, but we encourage everybody to ask anybody that you work with if they want to donate. And then anybody that like makes a donation can come and like see what we're doing, all of our inspection, our lenders, everything, they're coming to help us and everything.
Okay, that's awesome.
2 questions. One, can we get a copy of the video so that we can share it with anyone that we might want to invite us?
Mhm.
And also, can we donate bed?
That's nice.
I'll ask her.
And because I know the 250, they do say it includes mattress settings. I don't know where they end up getting that.
Yeah.
They go out.
I'm sure they'll accept it
They
though.
might do, but I'm sure they will accept. We'll ask her to be sure.
Mhm.
Okay, then you can have more than one.
Right.
Right.
Right, they can put them out, yeah, for sure.
I know we were gonna talk about.
So the,
about,
food.
okay, we're talking about food.
And then, so, we're gonna have barbecue, our very own Ricky Manco is barbecue. In the grill this year, so we're gonna have first hot dogs on the grill with all the fixings, and then we have side dishes, so if you guys have not signed up for a side dish, please do so. Of course, we're gonna have cake, we can't have any party in here without cake, y'all already know how me and Michael feel about that.
Quick shout out to Brian Hawkins for getting us the grill and the truck.
Right, he's gonna pick up the grill for us, and like he does every year, he picks it up, and gets one of the trucks from his dealership, and he picks it up and takes it back for us. We don't have to incur extra.
Just wanted to shout him out.
Yes, we appreciate you, Brian.
There was a link, we can resend it out, but it's for signing up for sides. Even if it's already like somebody bringing chips, you can bring more chips. There's things like that. And then also coolers is on there. We're providing water and sodas, but you can bring your own cooler for after the bill, not during the bill,
Yeah,
please.
please.
That's right.
No,
No, we're not doing that.
Liability purposes.
You can't have the donations for Red Day Technology or Commission.
There's a form.
Also, we do have, I know before, and this is pre our leadership here, we had, a Southern Care form where you can, elect to have 5, 10, whatever dollars come out of each commission check to go into Southern Care. There is a form, so we kind of revamped it a little bit and took some names off that are no longer here. And, so we're gonna have that to be sent out to everybody, so that if you want to elect to have that as a donation for each transaction, you can do so. If you already did it, and you're probably still already getting it taken out, so you're good unless you want to up it.
Yeah, so just to clarify, if you don't see it on your DAs that I send you guys, usually it'll say like Solon Cares, $5, or if you want to make it a percentage of each one, we can do it that way. Basically what it is that all of that money that you donate just goes right into that Solon Cares account that we use for Red Day. We use for any agent that has, falls on hardship and, might need some money or things like that. We can take care of that, all voted by the ALC, but, it's good to keep replenishing that, because at some point, someone's gonna need it, whether it's you or somebody it's always a good thing to have that extra money there to help out when we need to.
Anybody have any questions about that?
Do you want to check base on the waiver?
So everyone for Red Day is gonna have to sign a waiver for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. So they will be sending me the link for us to do the waivers. Included with the waiver is, your shirt sizes, so they do supply shirts as well. Their shirts are not as cute as ours. So we do want you to purchase your Red Day shirts, which have to be done today. These are designed by our very own Bethany and Jordan. They designed them one day we were sitting at the table and they was like, it's done. We were like, oh, that was fast. So they designed these Red Day shirts. So please, they need to be in by today, right? So that we can order them and get them here by for Red Day.
Yeah, preferably like before 4, so that we can order them before we head home today.
And they're $15 and
Or
16 if you use a credit card.
Yeah.
16. And then the difference between the shirt goes into the Solon Cares account.
We're gonna do like a swap seat. So the beginning of Red Day, we're gonna wear the yellow shirts because there's gonna be a lot of media that they're gonna be using since we're their first one, their first build.
And we're
For
trying
their
to get
website.
the actual media here. We haven't connected just yet, but we're trying
We
to
have a
get
couple
some
connections,
new
news people.
awareness here. Yeah.
Yes, and then we'll, when it comes time for the we'll.
So the yellow shirts are what they're giving us?
Yes.
And that's going off the side when we already gave.
When you fill out your waiver.
When you fill out the
you
waiver.
put it on there.
So she knows what shirts to wear.
In case anybody doesn't know about Solon Cares and or KW Cares, people are able to apply for grants through KW Cares. And so if they have a family, or a family member with cancer or, house breakdown or any kind of, hardship, they can apply through KW Cares at the international level. On the Market Center level, we are responsible for covering 20% of that grant. So if they apply for $100,000, we as the Market Center need to come up with 20 to help with that. So just to know, like, you know, the 2,500 that's coming out to fund this is, you know, a large amount or a small amount, depending on how you look at it, but making sure that there are funds in those, in that account is very important.
So if we go over, can we make more?
They're only bringing the 10 amount.
I really wanted to make more, but we didn't want to set our goals
Right.
too high. We didn't know how long it's gonna take us to make 10.
Right. But I think if it's
So we don't have
something
to
we
make
can,
them there, we're drilling and stuff like that, and then they go there,
So
they're put together there.
Put together.
yes, so the headboard, the footboard, the sideboards, everything will be pre-drilled, sanded, and varnished. So, and then each rails will be kept together, and then we're going to.
Just make sure. So Erica, myself and Jose have to split up because we have 3 Market Centers and I believe Jose is coming with you guys, so he should be with that one.
Like every week, and if anybody wants to come, you're more than welcome to come and help us work on all of our events that we put in.
We're also in the process of planning, I know we don't want to think about it, but. For the proper period,
Yeah, their holiday party.
We've already like put a date out there for holiday parties, and we're trying to get that location.
I know.
No pressure, Chris, go back.
We're in the works of stuff.
So we're trying to get that done, so we can have everything like laid out, something with minimal money. Any other questions?
And real quick, if anybody wants to buy a shirt or anything, I will have the square available after this, or wants to make a donation, anything like that, just let me know and I'll take care of that.
We got the squares ready to roll. Especially for this raffle we're gonna be doing.